Welcome to episode 5, Trauma Virus Removal. Restore corrupted emotional files. You are not the virus. You are the sacred system the virus tried to corrupt. Dear Inner-SHERO, before we go any deeper, I need you to grab that journal, your pen, and I strongly suggest a highlighter. Of course, if you don't already have it, your water, herbal tea, or your glass of wine. And I strongly encourage you to be present. Be off the grid for our time together. No texting, no emailing, whatever is going on in your life, set it outside. Because, sis, it will be there waiting for you after this episode. But this is our time, right? So I need you to hear this in the softest part of your spirit. You are not the trauma. You are not the betrayal. You are not the abandonment. You are not the rejection. You are not the violation. You are not the silence you were forced to carry. You are not the shame someone else tried to install inside your identity. You are not the wound. You are the sacred system that survived what tried to corrupt you. And today, we are not rushing healing. We are not forcing forgiveness. We are not pretending pain did not change some things. We are entering the restoration layer of the SHENIXPWR Operating System. Because sometimes, sis, trauma does not just hurt the heart, it corrupts emotional files. The love file, the safety file, the trust file, the voice file, the worth file, the visibility file, the rest file, the receiving file, the body file, the womb file. And when those files become corrupted, the woman may start reacting to life through the wound instead of responding from wisdom. But today, Inner-SHERO, we begin restoring what pain renamed. Season 3, Episode 5, Trauma Virus Removal. And the sacred truth is this: you are not the virus. You are the sacred system the virus tried to corrupt. Grand Rising Womb Sisters worldwide. Welcome back to season 3 of the SHENIXPWR podcast, where women remember, rise, and reign. I am Parrish, trailblazing Shero, womb conductress, transformational speaker, sacred advocate, and visionary behind SHENIXPWR. And Inner-SHERO, today we are entering one of the most sacred, tender, and necessary parts of the SHENIXPWR Operating System: trauma virus removal. Episode 1, the SHENIXPWR Operating System went live. Episode 2, we entered the CPU, the core power unit, your internal command center. Episode 3, we performed the system scan and asked, what is running? Episode 4, we detected fearware and recognized malware, the internal fear-based programming and the external access points that corrupt peace through people, places, and patterns. But today, we are going deeper. Today, we are talking about the emotional files that pain may have corrupted. And I want to be clear from the beginning, this very moment. This episode is not here to blame you. This episode is not here to diagnose you. This episode is not here to push you into a healing performance. This episode is here to help you separate your identity from what entered your system. Because trauma has a way of making the woman believe, this is who I am now. But SHENIXPWR says, no, beloved, that may be what happened. That may be what entered. That may be what disrupted. That may be what altered the way you process love, safety, trust, voice, and worth. But that is not the totality of you. That is not your divine code. That is not your final system. So take a deep breath. Swiftly place your right hand over your heart and your left hand over your womb and say, I am safe to see what pain touched. I am safe to restore what trauma corrupted. I am not the virus. I am the sacred system. My wholeness is coming back online. Right at this precise moment, this is a profound, energetic shift. Trauma virus removal, restoring what pain renamed. Inner-SHERO, let's talk about trauma through the SHENIXPWR Operating System lens. A virus enters a system and changes the way files behave. It may slow down. It may distort information. It may rename files. Really start noticing your system crawling. It may block access. It may cause the system to respond to safe data as if it is dangerous. And trauma can do the same thing. So trauma can enter through betrayal, through abandonment, through violation, through loss, through neglect, through humiliation, through being unseen, through being silenced, through being loved conditionally, through having to grow up too fast, through being the strong one before you were ever allowed to be soft, through carrying what no one helped you process, through relationships that confused control with care, through environments that demanded your performance but ignored your pain. And once trauma enters, sis, it can corrupt how the woman reads life. Yes, sis, your life, the one you're living right now. It can make love look unsafe. It can make rest feel irresponsible. It can make visibility feel threatening. It can make peace feel suspicious. It can make receiving feel like debt. It can make boundaries feel like betrayal. It can make silence feel safer than truth. It can make overgiving feel like survival. It can make hyper independence feel like wisdom. But Inner-SHERO, listen closely. Lean in. Pen to paper. Write this down. A corrupted file is not a corrupted woman. You may want to put a star by that one. A trauma response is not your identity. A survival pattern is not your personality. A protective mechanism is not your destiny. A wound is not a prophecy. You are not the virus. You are the sacred system that kept trying to function even while something painful was running in the background. And that deserves compassion, not judgment, not shame, not why am I still like this? Not I should be over it by now. Not what is wrong with me? The sacred question becomes, you want to write this one down. What emotional file did this experience corrupt? Did it corrupt your love file? So now consistency feels unfamiliar and chaos feels like chemistry. Did it corrupt your safety file? So now calm environments make you anxious because your system is used to scanning for impact. Did it corrupt your trust file? So now you question every kind gesture because betrayal taught you to look for the catch. Did it corrupt your voice file? So now speaking truth feels dangerous because truth once cost you connection. Did it corrupt your worth file? So now you feel valuable only when you are useful, needed, productive, or strong. Did it corrupt your visibility file? So now being seen feels like being exposed. Did it corrupt your rest file? So now stillness feels unsafe because your body never learned that peace is allowed. Did it corrupt your receiving file? So now support feels uncomfortable because you were trained to carry everything alone. This is where trauma virus removal begins. Not by erasing the story, not by rushing the grief, not by forcing the nervous system to perform peace, but by telling the truth. This file was touched by pain. This response was shaped by survival. This pattern was created to protect me, but it no longer gets to define me. Inner-SHERO, the removal is not always loud. Sometimes the removal begins when you stop identifying with the infection. When you say, that was a trauma response, not my truth. That was fear speaking, not my future. That was the wound reacting, not my wisdom deciding. That was the old system trying to protect me, not my queenship commanding me. This is sacred separation. This is where you stop becoming the wound. You stop introducing yourself as the injury. You stop letting the most painful thing become the loudest identity marker in your life. Sis, yes, it happened. Yes, it mattered. Yes, it changed some things. Yes, your body may still remember. Yes, your nervous system may still alert. Yes, your womb may still hold echoes, but you are still here. And because you are still here, restoration is still possible. Now, let me speak to the woman who has been ashamed of her healing pace. Beloved, some files take longer to restore because they were deeply embedded. Some wounds touched multiple folders. One betrayal may have touched love, trust, safety, worth, and voice all at once. One abandonment may have touched receiving, visibility, connection, and nervous system regulation. One season of silence may have touched your throat, womb, creativity, leadership, and ability to advocate for yourself. So, no, you are not taking too long. You are restoring layers. And layered restoration requires sacred patience. That is why this episode needed its own space. Because trauma is not something we rush through to get to the aesthetic part of healing. Trauma virus removal is deep system care. It is the woman saying, I will not shame the version of me who survived. I will not attack the response that helped me endure. I will not confuse my coping mechanism with my calling. I will not let pain keep administrator access. I will restore what was corrupted with truth. Sis, bona fide truth. Just write it down. TRUTH. And truth becomes the antivirus. Truth says, I am now safe to notice. I am safe now to feel. I am safe now to release. I am safe now to receive. I am safe now to speak. I am safe now to be seen. I am safe now to rest. I am safe now to trust my own body. I am safe now to stop performing strength. I am safe now to return to myself. Inner-SHERO, removal does not mean you forget. It means the wound no longer gets to run the system. It means the memory can exist without commanding your identity. It means the past can be acknowledged without being obeyed. It means your pain can be honored without being crowned. Because your crown does not belong to trauma. Your crown, sis, belongs to the woman who survived, remembered, rose, and chose to reign anyway. This is the moment for our sacred pause. Inhale and exhale. Just that felt good. I hope you experience the same. Here are some sacred restoration commands. Allow these restoration commands to move deeply into your womb and throughout your sacred system. My love file is being restored. My safety file is being restored. My trust file is being restored. My voice file is being restored. My worth file is being restored. My visibility file is being restored. My rest file is being restored. My receiving file is being restored. My body file is being restored. My womb file is being restored. My queenship file is being restored. I am not the virus. I am the sacred system. I am not what entered. I am what survived. I am not the corruption. I am the restoration. I am not the breach. I am the return. My wholeness is coming back online. So, sis, know this. The wound is not the whole woman. As we close this episode, Inner-SHERO, I want you to remember the following. From my mouth to your ears and to install in your womb. The womb is not the whole woman. The trauma is not the total truth. The pain is not the prophecy. The breach is not the blueprint. The corruption is not the original code. You are more than what happened. You are more than who left. You are more than what they did. You are more than what you had to carry. You are more than the response you developed to stay alive emotionally, spiritually, physically, mentally, or relationally. You are a sacred system. And if trauma corrupted files, truth can begin restoration. If pain renamed parts of you, love can call them back. If betrayal made you suspicious of peace, safety can be relearned. If abandonment made you cling to what hurts, sovereignty can be rebuilt. If violation made you disconnect from your body, tenderness can help you return. If shame made you hide, queenship can invite you back into visibility. This is not overnight work. This is sacred work, sis. And I mean the real inner work. Sacred work deserves reverence. So, sis, please do not rush the restore. Do not shame the scan. Do not attack the alert. Do not condemn the part of you that learned to survive. Hold her. Thank her. Then tell her, you got us here, but you do not have to carry us alone anymore. Queenship is coming online. Sis, here is the sacred call to awakening. Before you leave this episode, I want you to complete a gentle trauma virus removal check. Ask yourself, what emotional file has been corrupted by pain? Is it love, safety, trust, voice, worth, visibility, rest, receiving, body, womb? Then ask, what old response has this corrupted file been producing? Overgiving, avoidance, hyper independence, silence, people pleasing, control, emotional shutdown, fear of being seen, fear of receiving, fear of trusting. Now ask, what truth can begin restoring this file? Sis, I invite you to choose one restoration command for this week. Maybe it is, I am safe to be seen. I am worthy without overgiving. I can receive without debt. My voice is safe with me first. Peace is not a trap. Rest is allowed. My body is not the enemy. My womb is wise. I am more than what happened. Write it down. Speak it daily. Swiftly place that right hand back over your heart and your left hand over your womb and say these sacred, amazing commands. I celebrate you in advance. I truly do. Sending you light. And as you say these, stand to your feet. Say it and walk in your freedom. Be your authentic self, unapologetically. This is not about a performance, it's restoration. And remember, you are not the virus. You are the sacred system the virus tried to corrupt. Subscribe to the Shenix podcast. Shenix Power. Shenix Power. As a reminder, Shenix Power was birthed from embodying the SHERO, sharing her empowering resilience openly, and remembering the phoenix within awakening. And as that phoenix rise and burn all that no longer serves. She reigns. So share this episode with a woman who needs to separate her identity from what happened to her. Tag me with your restoration command. And let this be the week where one emotional file begins coming back online, sis. As always, remember, rise and reign. Dismantle the tunnel. Become the light. I am Honor Parrish, and this is SHENIXPWR, your wholeness to restoration. Peace.